we ready? Here we go.
Hi guys, here we are. So as you can see, there is a different perspective today. Yeah, it's not just because we draw in perspective too, it's just because I have a new webcam that I bought, which is also in HD, and I bought it because it's the best one to show you very soon what I do and how I do on my iPad, my car sketching illustrated with colors. Likes, thanks. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do the 3 basic steps of wheels so that we remember together a little bit, we remind together a little bit the main rules. This is very important because if we don't start from the basics, then we always have problem, okay? So let's start. First of all, you know that when we make a side view, like the beautiful image I put on my thumbnail, okay, we have a wheelbase, we have a car, okay, we know that this wheel, both of them in side view, okay, they are in perspective because it's 1 point perspective, 1 point perspective, okay? Therefore, the center, it's more over here, okay? It goes inside a little bit toward the center. So this is very important. You won't need to increase the audio. Okay, I will. Can you hear me now? Maybe it's too much. Wait. Can you hear me now? I think like that is good. Huh? It's almost going to red. And hey pal, let me know if for you it's fine now, okay? All of you, tell me if the audio is good. Because I did touch little things and I think that I messed up a little bit with the audio before. Okay? Alright, so this means that when we have a wheel here in side view, all the detail that we do, they will be switched on the left a little bit, okay? For example, like this. Let me make this very rough, okay? You see? Okay, Yash, thank you. You see? All right, it's better. Great. I'm glad you told me. Thank you. So you see, if this is the exterior rim, this is the interior part, okay? And this is the flat front part where we have all, the bolts, nuts and bolts and logo. So you can see how everything is being switched to the center, okay? And that's a wheel in side view in perspective, okay? Now, a wheel in side view is a circle, okay? Don't forget, it is a circle. Oops. Okay, it's a circle. Now, what happens when we apply the same rule, but we are in perspective, okay? Well, for example, if we have a car like this, okay, I make my little box, okay, what happens? The minor axis goes to the vanishing point, that in this case is the right vanishing point, okay? So this one, this one. Okay, so let me make it. Let me do it. I follow the minor axis, okay? So this ellipse will be a little bit more like that. And this one will be a little bit more vertical because of the perspective, okay? This one and this one. So minor axis, okay, let me put it like that. Minor axis. Don't forget, minor axis to vanishing point, okay? So, hi Razvan, ciao. Hey Raj, much needed lesson car design for me. Ciao sir. Okay Raj, I'm glad. So, follow. So, now what happens? If I take this design which was in side view, and I put it in perspective, knowing that the center will move according to the perspective, then the center will be here. You see? Because from here, which is the center of the ellipse, it's moving inside because that is the direction of our perspective. Therefore, it's going that way. Okay? So, in this case, you see? Here we have the little ellipse, which is this part, okay? It's here. This is the rim, in the interior part of the rim, okay? And this is the exterior part. Now, if I make a section, which is very important to understand, a section, okay? The section will be like this. Go inside, come down, coming out, coming down. Do you see? Ciao Bismarck. Gracias. Bon dia. Grazie. Okay? So this is important to understand the section that we had here and the same section that we have here. Look. So now, if I make this wheel a little bit bigger, okay, like that. You see? Section, coming down, section, coming down. Okay? So, I just make my shading, okay? Dark here because it's in shadow, lighter here, and underneath here, a little bit dark on the exterior rim, and the light here because the light is coming from here. So this is light, dark, going to light, and this is dark because it's under. Okay? All right, so this is the main thing that I want to tell you before we get into the thing about the wheels. So now let's take a wheel. Now we can do lots of different type of wheels, you know. For example, there are people, you know, that make the wheels, and then what do they do? Already with the pencil, you know, they just do this, then they do this, you know, lines like that, kind of quick, you know. That's for sketching. And then when they put the tire around, okay, then you can put another circle and start making a modeling, you know. You add a little bit of shading. All right. And then a little bit here, just a little. Okay, you see? Okay, while you watch, I show you this. I check one message which is important. Okay, just a second. Okay. All right, so you see, you can start from something that is flat, and then you can model it if you want. All right, so now if I want to make this one, okay, with markers, for example, because I want to start making a sketch with some marker and always side view, okay? All right, so I go with my pencil, all right? Then I take markers. In this case, I'm using my gray markers, okay? So I take a number 9, not black, because black is really the darkest spot. So first I go with the number 9, just, all right? So I go around, you know, this is the tire, okay? The rubber part. You see? Pretty okay, no, not bad. All right. Now let's suppose that we want to make, you know, something like that. Okay, I'll take, let's say that this is a clear one, all right? So I take a number 3, all right? And I go inside. Number 3 is darker, okay? Okay, I do that. Then I take, I have a number 1 because number 2 is dry. Sorry. But anyway, it's gonna work. As you can see, I leave it white here because this is the widest, the most clear spot because of the light. Okay? So I try to create a sort of a gradient, you know, from medium light to very light. And same thing I do here. Okay? Then here I just go with the clear, and then I hit a little bit more on the top. Okay, so let's say that now we have a sort of you know, wheel. But now what do? I take my templates, okay? Circle templates, okay? So, and I will and then I will just start making little lines that are a little bit how can I say, perfect, because this will add a special flavor to the sketch. So I start from the interior one, and the top of the line is gonna be darker, and the lower one lighter because it's following the light. You see? All right, then I will take let me say another one, and I do again the same thing. You see? Then I take this one and I try to make a nice circle here. And I will fix the little mistakes that I made with the marker. It's okay, it's normal, no big deal. So this is a little small, let me make a little bit bigger, like this one. Maybe this is too big, so let's use again this one, no problem. All right. And then here I will fix a little bit that okay, so now that I did that, I can take again my number 9 and I fix a little bit to make it look a little bit cleaner, okay, like that, you see. Then I take my number 3 and I fix here, you see. And I fix also down here a little bit. And I take again my number 1 a little bit, okay, like that. You see, now we have a wheel that gets a real feeling of three-dimensional effect, okay? Now, if we want to start playing with the lights and stuff like that, okay. Okay, so this would be here, okay. Ah, it's a little dry. No problem, I'm gonna use the black because now it's the time we have to use the black. Okay, and now with the black I am going to do something that will help you to understand the three-dimensional effect of the tire. Those are little things that I learned when I was in school. And those little things then stay in your head, they remain in your head. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference, but there is a difference between the gray and the black. And now I'm going to put some highlights. So of course we do it with our white. Okay, this is the white. But to do it right, I'm going to use my circle template. Okay, it's not perfect. I don't have all the sides, but I can mix. You know, I can try to make it in a way that it looks good. You see? So what's gonna happen now? That here I will make it lighter. And here too. Then I break a little bit that line with the white, because in reality we don't have a sharp line on the rubber. We have a radius there. Okay, now that I did that, what I will do, I will take again my black pencil and I'm going to increase some contrast to make sure that I can really read what I want to do. So first of all, I will make it a little bit darker here. This will also increase my contrast. And that's exactly what I want. Then I'll do the same thing here. You see? And then here, a little bit. Do you see how three-dimensional is becoming now? Okay, now that I did that, let's play a little bit with this interior part here. Alright, so this part I'll make it darker. This is the plastic or aluminum hub, you know, that covers the bolts and the nuts and whatever. Okay, and then another thing that I will do, thank you Amal. Another thing that I will do, I will put the logo. Okay, logo today are big, so let's make a big logo. Let's say that our logo has a color, okay, and we're gonna put a nice color. Let's put a blue. Okay. Now, one thing we can do is that here I'll put just a line. It's like a cut line, you know. It will help us to read the shape. You see, now we have a sort of a plastic thing that is there. This is my black. It's Faber-Castell, Vlada Faber-Castell Polychromos black, soft color pencil. It's a black. Okay, Schwarz, Faber-Castell. Okay, but this is not finished yet. Don't think that we finished. Now let me increase a little bit the white onto the rubber. Yeah, like that. And here too. You see, now that I have a control of what I'm doing, I go and play with contrast. I try to make it more exciting, more interesting. So I take my pencil and I go and make some details of rubber, okay? We don't put too many, eh? Just a little on top where it's more visible, just to get that psychological thing that that you see it, you say in your head, you say this is the pneumatic, you know, it's the rubber part, no doubt about it. You see? Then I take again my white, and on one of the two of the surface I will put a little bit of a highlight, because this one takes the same thing, it takes the light. So one part it's in shadow, the other part it's gonna have a little bit light. Like that, you see? Most important thing that we can see it. There you go. Now the logo, it's not finished because the logo has the highlight also. So let's do it. Then has also some shadow. You see? And now the last thing that we have to do is the highlight, the real highlights done with acrylic, okay? So, first of all, a lot of people ask me, but how do you decide where you put the highlights on the wheels? I always do this, look. This axe, you see? That's the axe where all my highlights will be. Of course, here too. But because it's a little bit more inside, it will be like that. Okay? So let's do it. So I take my acrylic white with my brush. Okay. And I start. So I follow that line, okay? I will follow that line. So first of all, here, then here. You see? Then a little bit inside, this one, this one, this one a little bit bigger, and this one. Okay? Now, one thing I have to do, it's not easy, but I will try. Also here a little bit. So I'm going really light because I don't want to make it really strong. Okay? It's like a very light gray. You see? And I do a little bit the same thing here. All right, so I take off the extra paint and I play with it so that it mixes with what we have underneath, and we get that sort of gray. You see, I work to make sure I get the shape that looks nice. Alright, so now I let it dry, okay, and then I go again with it. Alright, so now that it's ready, I will put again a little bit of extra white. Oops, the white doesn't want to come out. Okay, here we go. Alright, so the extra white is going to be here. And here. Okay, so I finished. All right, so I let you see, let you check while I washed my brush. All right. That looks like a nice wheel of a classic Italian car inside there. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so what do you think? Let me know. If you want to offer me a coffee, now it's the moment, okay? In 10 minutes, this live will be over. All right? Hit that super chat or super sticker or super whatever you want. Okay. All right, so I think it's pretty good to make you understand really how you can take a simple shape and then just make it three-dimensionally and use the shading, a little bit of color, to make it look more interesting. And then of course we have those highlights that, as I said, you see, I put always on an axe, and both wheels. Let me make this little sketch here. The one that I did before, I want to show you. Okay, you see, so highlights here, highlights there. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you have to do, always following, this axe. Okay, and you will see that it's gonna look good. It's not complicated. Now, don't move, because I want to go and check some. I want to take some of my sketches just to show you how I do it again. All right, so look, when I take this one that we did together last week, you see it's the same thing: highlight, 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 highlight. You see, that's my way. I hope that you like it, but that's nice. After this is almost the same shape. but it is different, you see? It is different. So this one is just like a dish, you know, that is kind of empty, okay, in section. And then I have another one that is this one that you remember also because we did it together 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't remember. And you can see that the axe, the same thing, the axe of the highlights. Look at the shading, you know. Okay, on canson paper with the white it's easier, and when you're on a white paper it's a little bit more complicated. Okay. Okay, any questions? Any questions, my dear friends? While you write, I go and check a wheel in perspective that I already made, so that we can talk over that one too. Okay, for example, here I have another one, which is this one. You see? And this one, you see again, dark on top and very light here, because the light is hitting here, and there is in shadow. You see? Very simple, it's made just with pencil. I didn't put highlights here. The highlights was mainly, the focal point of highlights was here. Okay? All right? Okay, so I wait 5 minutes so that ciao Patricio, I'm fine. Are you in Spain? Let me know. ¿Cómo estás? Bravo. Hace bien. Look, this is what we did today. Wheels. ¿Cómo es España? Barcelona. All right. Then, of course, you know, when we do this, and we do also the perspective, like this one, for example, okay, like this one, but it is really the same thing. Take my marker. Okay, good, Patricio. Muy bien. Estoy contento para ti. Bravo. All right. Then let me take number 6. It's a little bit dry, so this we take it off. Let me find number 7. You see, and then I take a number 4. Oh, everything is completely done. It's dry. I'm gonna throw them away, don't worry. I already got some new ones. You see, it's already, we start already to understand a little bit the shape. Thank you so much, sir. Go to do some homework. Good. Take care. Ciao, Pablito. Ciao, Patricio. Ciao. Okay, so let me take a number 3. All right, like that, and then I take a number 2, like that. You see, I leave that white. Then I take a number 7, and I make the 3 the dark part. You see? Then I take again my number 5 and I mix it because this is too strong. You see? Now it's better. So the last thing I do, I take my black pencil, I clean up a little bit, I take my white, I put a little bit of highlight inside, okay? Okay, so the axe of my highlights is this one. Ciao Martin. Okay. Yed España, Barcelona. Tell everybody that I'm here so they can connect and learn something. I used to teach at IED. I was once also in Barcelona. I was invited by my friend Alessandro Manetti, and we did a few workshops many years ago. All right, so first one here. You see, I go fast, huh? Second. You see, it looks nice. All right, and then if you want, we can play with some graphics. Why not? Let's play with some graphics. For example, I take my number 9, okay, like that, right? Like that, you see? It looks nice. I am following the section, right? That's why I'm making this very curvy, okay? You see, I can go over and over and make it really interesting. You see? Ciao Matteo! Okay, so let me wash my brush. So we did also one in perspective, okay? Then of course, if you want to put the rubber part, okay, I would make another ellipse. because the section would be like this. You see? Like a Formula One. It looks a little bit chubby. You see? Ciao, Aaron. And then we can make a little bit of we can do this, okay? And then here we can just make it a little bit darker. So this is in shadow. And also here a little bit. Then you remember the little lines? Well, there you go. Of course, I'm following always a line here, like an ellipse, you know, to make sure that I don't put those lines in a bad way. And then, of course, if we have those, then we have the other ones here. Sometimes we have also a line here. All right. It depends the type of tire. All right, look, we have a tire. Thank you, Matteo. Okay, here down here it's dark. Okay, it's really dark. So we have to make it dark. Okay, here too. And here underneath we can go a little bit darker. Okay, so if I do that, you know, we can imagine that we have the mechanical part, you know. We have a cylinder there for sure, with other little things, you know. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I'm just doing things that I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just to give an idea. You see? Oops.